How's it going? I'll make this a little taller. We fight for the sake of a future not ours. See, we work 40 hours just to align every pocket. This paper means power that will never go sour. So we think, but this land's made from honey and milk built with silk. For the sinew of our will to continue to bleed for our land. So make peace with that hand that built shit. Feel dreams you saved up for, till you done for. So matter to self, not to wealth, for that labor of love's really worth it. We're perfectly flawed in all destruction we aimlessly cause, and wonder to pause when there's someone in need now. Plant that seed and concede that we're built on regret and forget them limitations the society has set for your mind. Is that step on that road let's travel like the Tower of Babel. We rise as we fall, so we rise as we fall. We die as we crawl, we give it all. We rise as we fall, we die as we crawl, we give it all. We rise as we fall, we die as we crawl, we give it all. We rise as we fall, we die as we crawl, we give it all. The sky and ocean, brother and sister, meet at the horizon to speak about why people power from such a place lay before us. A land forsaken by the many who forget its name, who spread blame with hot knives over oil sticks and human shit. Fed our indentured orange jumpsuits with numbers for names. You see, they were people before the system failed them. And raise your profit margin like the nigga jog, and you cop for them likes. You see, the sky and ocean, brother and sister, meet at the horizon to speak about why people power when such a place lay before us. When such a place lay before us. Such a place lay before us. Hi y'all, my name is Lando. My real name is Lance. Born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. Turn up. There's always one of us in the crowd, turn up. So I'm gonna share some words with you tonight, maybe a little song. But first, can we get up for everybody who killed the first round, please? I had a true pleasure to have them earlier in the workshop, and it was incredible. The talent, the range. I mean, I think as youth, you need to be proud of yourselves, because I'm proud of you guys. Give it up, please. Fuck your expectations. Fuck what they want you to be. Fuck the box they put you in, the coffin they built when you were born, the ceiling made of glass they said could never be broken. Fuck the system. The noose made loose by every paper mache laden wallet it gorges on. Fuck those gender norms society loves to preach as gospel, for no God of mind could judge one's self-expression and even unholy. Fuck the wage you say we don't deserve. Fuck the patriarchy we buy into because boys will be boys. Nah, you see, we're aware of the truth, but petrified of change, for to them, equality is oppression. Fuck the picture posted with your black homie, because black lives mattered for a few hours instead of forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, ever. Fuck your commodification of our bodies. perversion of our culture and appropriation of our ideas. You see, you ain't massing, you never been. Fuck the history you champion as your own, written lies penned from the dirt, from shadow chains and trails wet with salt and water. Fuck the pity, they peddle as compassion. Fuck the ghetto hair you call fashion, because we did it better. Fuck both misconceptions. The one they created for you and the one you created for yourself. Fuck their expectations. I don't like giving my poems or my prose titles. I feel like I'm lazy. I don't start them with titles at all. I just write it and then it's done. But this one's pretty important. As the seasons pass, fleeting in length and ripe with disorder, we struggle to grow with the responsibility of being a part of an earth. A people so beautiful and so evil, male privilege built upon oppression sown deep within this melanin fed fat with a spoon so silver that being brown can hide the male hypocrisy. We are born into this fatal fraternity, whose place was carved upon the world with violence unbeknownst to this existence, all in the name of what it means to be a man. You see, your Bible taught us young that mothers, sisters, lovers are hewn from a man's rib instead of by his side. The Lord forbid before a man ever drew breath. Red and black lettering curated by the weak-hearted and oppressive masquerading behind the veil of our fragile male ego created long ago. You see, we drown your cries with legislation. I said we drown your cries with legislation, your suffering with capitalism, your rights with our own, and the system purges on, bleaching the knowledge of our ancestors, erasing the history of mothers, daughters, sisters, and lovers until the air we maintain to keep our comfort is forevermore. We talk as if we know. Nah, I'm going to repeat that. We talk as if we know. We walk as if we've given life. We sing as if it were us that heard those stars are too high to reach and them clouds ain't for you, so why don't you stay at home and take care of the kids? As true as my words may be, they come from a voice, a place of privilege built upon the wombs and backs of the women around this earth. It is time. I said, it is time we unpack our masculinity that has poisoned not only our minds, but our hearts. Toxic masculinity. You see, the first step we can take as men, as people, the first step we can take is understanding that every and any experience not of our own is just as powerful, just as valid, and just as precious as our own. This one has a title. I named it Hotel California. The slit widened by blade against jugular opens at the close, murmuring about blood loss and weak hearts. Nauseous for my nerves, knew it wasn't supposed to go out like this, but who in life chooses their own execution? I wish I could crawl through the gash in my neck and along my spine, moving red matter and breaking bone to emerge from this body bag made from atoms and emotion anew. Shedding skin like sin siphoned off the false crown I wear upon these locks, washing away the blood of yesterday with rubbing alcohol, careful not to remove the melanin like rain upon chalk-ridden sidewalks in the south side, my side. Leaking life force onto concrete, soft beats turn to whisper as the street lights turn on. I You see, I was supposed to be home before the fluorescent cast out, but instead I lay broken amongst the wreckage of this world that was never really ours, you see. We are built to be torn asunder. With us inside, I guess patience worn thin, wishing for those better tomorrows. You see, it couldn't stop the rock and ill will, so forgive me if I check out of this establishment earlier than most. Before the morning tide spills sunlight amongst the ruin and dried optimism, you see. Forgive me if I check out of this establishment earlier than most. This one has a title too. It's called There Is No Cure. Silence settles over my heart like dust upon old artifacts, worn weary by the passage of time without use or purpose, arousing low whispers from friends whose faces are painted Picassos of pity and admiration, as if the sudden outward display of emotion in this waning instant could placate pain and rid me of disdain. Nah, fuck you. You who held your head high, as if Midas's touch had been bestowed upon your right while your left turned whatever it touched into rock and hard places. You who spawn broken and bitter boulders that have tendency to crush hope and pin outstretched limbs reaching for anything to lessen the pain. There is no cure for what I suffer from. There are no magic words that could ease the vice grip upon my soul. No liquid elixir that would elicit the abolition of old levees and sand barriers that surround my psyche like slave shackles on wooden ships. No stroke of hindsight, masquerading as goodwill or remorse, could spark the fire that had burned within me, once driving steel and soul like coal powers a locomotive. I am alone in this, my friend. Cast away toward modern purgatory like gutted children in Sinclair's jungle. You see, there are no hands to grasp, no gospel to preach, no love to hold, not from some omnipotent deity or earthly prophet, nor from your own morality-driven conscience bent like light to fit some manic dystopia, you see. There are only roses that smell like shit. And expectations that never meet reality's handshake. There is no cure for what I suffer from. Pen flickers over notes, jotted and doctor scribbled and dented on pressed paper mache, grown from rhyme schemes and stanzas, structured by emotional cement and shattered pieces of bone and heart, as if a coroner's van were called to the scene, complete with morticians commissioned to scrape sad brain and seared flesh from concrete in a vain attempt to save a soul that is too far gone. I will let you know music has become my only confidant, akin to an outgoing friend juxtaposed against a societal outcast who hates crowds and conversations that stem from booze. My mind recites verses as though they were whispered through grapevines and over bated breath, or chaotically written characters aim to postpone what seems to be an inevitable freefall, as if this substance-induced cathartic repetition was my own personal purgatory. There was once a time my being burned with a desire to erase this face from our plane's existence, to rip this vinegar voice from its home beneath my jugular and lobotomize my frontal lobe, to scan every spiteful thought from the right and the left so as not to fly over the cuckoo's nest built around my soul. Paper became the pillow over my morning mouth and the one beneath my head. You see, words slither from tongue and circle sternum and neck like a noose soaked in gasoline, only loosening as my grip of the pen allows. Notes cross veins, puncturing skin to lessen the pressure beneath, lowering the melodic drum beat originating from my aorta to a murmur. An outcast rarely forgets where the isolation began. A leper's scar served as a visceral reminder of what most will never experience, and every single parent knows deep down inside, us kids would have been better off without a dead dad, even if your God didn't think along them same lines. Music is my voice. It is the razor within the apple. It is the glass slipper I've been searching for. You see, it gave me life, but it shall be the death of me. The life and death of music. So you see these pages here. My handwriting is so terrible. And so I have to type them out and paste them into my rhyme book. I just want to let you know the struggle is real. And if you write and scribble, please type it up. Because sometimes you will not remember what you wrote years and years ago. This one is called Truth Is. I apparently like to title my poems now. The truth is, I guess you outgrew me. Past my job, talk and simple mind, descending to some distant plane I wasn't yet ready to reach. The primitive recesses of my heart couldn't begin to fathom what love meant to you, and yet you still dug beneath the shell of what I became, trying to find some semblance of hope and commitment that had once rested within me, scouring my soul like an empty bowl after a meager meal. Now only the sun and the moon can recall what I had done to earn those wings, as mine attempts to catch phrases once recited from between our teeth would canter out from thin air of imagination as if they were fireflies floating upon a warm summer eve, as inventive enlightenment akin to mud-covered eyes acquiring perfect sight in a blind man's world. Melancholy songs, little ink-stained floorboards beneath heel and toe and line the labyrinth walls behind my eyes, whispering words that fasten weights around ankle and heart, anchoring what could have been to lips and lids like regrets posted on the misconnections page. If you ask me what love is, I'll tell you it's the limb I lost when I was 22. Whose callous fingers were once privy of painting the most radiant illustrations envisioned from mediums, composed out of head rubs and shallow playlists and invested upon skin and soul like self-satisfying scars heavy-handed penmen tend to leave on letterheads. A limb, lost in a war created by the gluttony of a heart too small for those it tried to support. By pupils shaded from reality, by rose-tinted glasses of ignorance and a naive mind's emotional repertoire cataloged from rom-coms starring Hugh Grant and reruns of The Vicar. I never intended to be the boy you've grown to hate, just the man you grow to love. Truth is. So I just got one more. So I'm gonna sing a song. I like to end a lot of my sets, if not all my sets, with this song. I sang you an original song at the beginning. It was called O Alchemista, or The Alchemist. And it was from my last album, The Boy Who Spoke to the Wind. But I want to sing a cover song by Brett Dennen, which is called Ain't No Reason. I like to end my sets with it because one of the things I learned when I wrote my last album is that the greatest lie one has ever believed is that they are not in control of their own fate. I'm going to say it one more time because I'm from the Shy and we say shit twice. The greatest lie one has ever believed is that they are not in control of their own fate. So the transformation one is able to make, according to The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, is that love is what transforms us to be something better. Love is a catalyst from rock to gold, water to wine, rich to poor, poor to rich. Because it is all the same thing, we die. But love is what lives on. So I like to sing this song after every set, just to remind people. Ain't no reason things are this way. It's how they always been and they intend to stay. I don't know why I say the things I say, but I say them anyway. Preachers on the podium speaking the saints, prophets on the sidewalk begging for change. Old ladies laughing from their fire escape, cursing my name. Yes, I got a basket full of lemons and they all taste the same. A pigeon in the window with a broken wing. You could spend your whole life searching for one thing, just to have it taken away. People walk around pushing back their desks now, wearing paycheck as necklaces and bracelets, talking about nothing, not thinking about death, but every little heartbeat and every little breath. People walk their tightrope on their razor's edge, carrying their hurt and hatred as weapons. It can be a bomb or a bullet or a pen or a thought or a word or a sentence. Now there ain't no reason things are this way. It's how they always been and they intend to stay. I don't know why I say the things I say, but I say them anyway. And love will come, set me free. Oh, love will come, set me free. And I do believe, yes, yes, love will come, set me free. And I know it will, yes, love will come, set me free. Ooh, 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 ooh. Prison walls still standing tall. Some things never change at all. Keep on building prisons, gonna fill them all. Keep on building bombs, gonna drop them all. Wear your fingers bare to the bone. Break your back and make you sell your soul. Like a lung that's filled with cold, suffocating slow. The air grows wild, then I may move, but these politicians lie and I am not fooled. We don't need no reason, nor a three-piece suit to argue the truth. The air under my skin, world under my toes, slavery stitched from the fabric of my clothes. Chaos and commotion wherever I go, but love I try to follow. Yes, yes, love will come, set me free. Oh, love will come, set me free. And I do believe, yes, yes, love will come, set me free. And I know it will, yeah, love will come, set me free. Ooh, ooh. Ain't no reason things are this way. It's how they always been and they intend to stay. I don't know why I say the things I say, but I say them anyway.